you think of Scotland, what springs to mind? Stunning scenery? World-famous cuisine? What about our music? Or our passion for sport? Perhaps it's just our love for a good old-fashioned party. But you may not immediately think of our patron Saint Andrew, despite there being a day dedicated entirely to him. So, to help me find out why, who better than someone who spent years speaking to the public on the airwaves? Comedian and DJ Billy Kirkwood. Billy, you lived in Scotland all of your life. Tell me, what do you know about St Andrew?
St Andrew's Day, November 30th. Of course, it's a big celebration around the world, and it is a celebration of being Scottish. Lots of people are excited about it, but maybe not as many people as we would think. Yep. They celebrate it in Canada, they celebrate it all across North America, they even celebrate it in China. If you find a Scot anywhere internationally in the world, they're probably celebrating it, but not necessarily right here in Scotland.
And in your experience, do people really get excited about St Andrew's Day?
No, people don't seem to get excited about St Andrew's Day at all. I don't know if it's maybe just a little too closer to Christmas, maybe it's just a wee bit too dark and a wee bit too cold for people to get into their kilts and go dancing into the street and celebrate Scotland, but it just seems to fly that little bit under the radar.
I mean, we are a nation that does enjoy a party. It seems strange that we're missing up that opportunity.
Any excuse for a night out or a drink in Scotland, and we are not taking it. Come on, Scotland, we need to get on board.
Well, Billy, I think it's time for you to go and find out what these people here today make of St Andrew's Day.
Let's go.
I think St Andrew's Day it's outdated, old-fashioned,
right.
You know, a bit fusty.
What is it you know about St Andrew's Day, sir?
Not a lot, to be honest. I don't know. I don't Glasgow born. I don't know a lot about St
That's fair
Andrews.
enough. What is it you know about St Andrew's Day?
Not very much.
Not very much, but do you think we should have a big celebration about Scotland once a year here in the city? Do you think that would be good?
That would be good, aye.
What would be your ideas? What would be some of the stuff you'd like to see?
Have a Ceilidh up and down Buchanan Street.
You think maybe we don't celebrate it enough?
Oh, definitely. Aye, we should.
We should go all out, because we celebrate Burns, we celebrate St George's, we do Hogmanay.
I know, at St Patrick's Day is wild in Glasgow.
Exactly!
So aye, we need to get a grip, I think.
Do you think that we should have more of a celebration? I mean, we celebrate
Definitely, if it's the patron saint of Scotland, absolutely.
Billy, tell me, what was the verdict?
People know next to hee-haw about St Andrew's Day. Know as a patron saint of Scotland, up for celebrating more things Scottish and very much up for a party.
OK, thank you so much, Billy. Well, despite that lack of obvious enthusiasm for our patron saint, there is actually a lot of history behind the day. Bruce Fumi has been performing stand-up shows about Scottish history for almost 20 years, and he now also hosts tours for visitors.
St Andrew's is our patron saint, okay? One of the apostles, the first called by Jesus, along with his brother Peter. And later on, after Jesus has died, St Andrew goes and tries to proselytise in kind of Greece and up around the Black Sea and stuff like that. And also, when he dies, crucified on a saltire type cross, after that, his bones are brought over to Scotland, and so he becomes the patron saint of Scotland and the protector of Scotland.
Do you get a lot of people that come on your tours from overseas that want to ask about St Andrew, that are interested in the history of the day?
Now, he'll come up in the conversation, as you tell them about all the kind of Scottish stuff, he'll come up. And if you go around, you know, Stirling Castle's a perfect example, where you've got lots of crests and stuff like that. So you'll come up and you'll talk about them. Golfers seem very interested in him. Funnily enough.
Why do we not really celebrate St Andrew's Day in Scotland, considering he is such a significant character?
I think there's the thing, because myself, I wouldn't typically go to a St Andrew's night, but I would go to a Burns night every day of the week.
Why is that?
I think it's because St Andrew's nights started. Where do you think the first St Andrew's night was held?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't even want to guess.
It was
Probably not in Scotland.
It was in 1729 in Charleston, South Carolina.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
And it was a bunch of wealthy people got together to commemorate Scottishness, and they gave the proceeds to the poor, kind of thing, right? To help. Whereas Burns Nights are celebrating a Scottish peasant farmer who's become a poet. People in Edinburgh go to St Andrews Nights. People in Ayrshire and in Fife go to Burns Nights, I would say.
While tourists often ask about William Wallace, the Loch Ness Monster and the origins of the haggis, there is one thing Bruce wishes more people knew about St Andrew.
What I would like people to know is the places where he touched us in our history. Because the whole point of a patron saint is he comes along and he protects the country, doesn't he? Yeah. And there are some key points where he's protected the country. At the Battle of Athelstane in 832, I think it was. He would have been there at the Battle of Bannockburn, you know, sitting in the background, making sure that everything went okay for us at the Battle of Stirling Bridge. I'm sure he was there. And he was there at the Scotland-England rugby game at Murrayfield in 1990 when we won the Grand Slam, right? Although I don't think he comes along to the rugby that much.
He's a busy guy.
He's a busy guy.
Growing up, I learned all about St Andrew's Day in primary school, so what better way to find out what kids today make of the occasion and Scotland's in 2023 than by coming back to school. I'm here at Caledonia Primary to find out what they think. What do you know about St Andrew's Day?
St Andrew's Day is a really special day for Scotland. Sometimes people have parties for it and stuff, and like they have Scottish foods. He's one of Jesus' disciples.
He's from Galilee, which is now known as Israel.
So what do we do on St Andrew's Day? Do you do anything to celebrate it?
My gran is coming. She likes to celebrate things that are just like tiny, tiny things. Like we'll have traditional Scottish food like hummus and carrots.
Have you ever had haggis before?
Yes.
Yes. What do you think of haggis?
I did not like it.
No. Do you know what's in haggis?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to not think about it before I eat it.
Yeah, that's probably wise. What would you say is the best thing about Scotland today? What's your favourite thing about it?
Food,
The foods, yeah?
Yeah, the food.
Yeah. What would be your favourites?
potatoes.
Yeah. And their drinks, I like iron brew.
What about you, Louis? Do you like iron brew?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's orange flavour, but it's kind of fizzy, but not. It's bad for you. One day when my mum was out, I sneaked a bit and I drank it.
What did she say?
She wasn't even there. My dad was looking another way and I just sneaked and got a bit.
You were too fast for him. And if someone had never heard of Scotland before, had never been to Scotland before, how would you describe it to them?
To describe it, that it's a very special place and making lots of friends. Yeah, because there's a lot of kind people in Scotland.
So I'm going to show you some pictures of some famous Scottish people.
Is there one of me?
There's not one of you. Right, so we're going to start off with this man. Do you know who this is?
Is it Einstein?
It's not Einstein. Looks a bit like Einstein.
I have no idea. A guy with white hair.
Oh, my dad watches a lot of him. He used to be really famous.
It just really looks like he's dressed up for a wedding.
Billy Connolly?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's his name. I've heard that name before.
There you go, yep. What about this man?
Is he a singer or something?
He is a singer.
Does he play the guitar?
He does play the guitar, yes.
You're just a nurse on the picture.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Louis Capaldi.
Yeah. Big Louis Capaldi fans, yeah. Could you name me one of his songs? Or even better, could you sing me one of his songs?
Yeah, that's not happening.
Do you know who this is?
He looks like the president, but does he work for the government?
Yeah, so he's the First Minister. So he's in charge of Scotland. Well, tell me, if you were the First Minister, if you had his job for a day, what would you do?
Help homeless people
That's nice.
and give money to charity.
I'd probably say to everybody to stop terrorism and destroying everything.
I can tell my parents what to do. I'd make Scotland go closer to the equator, if that was possible.
Why would you want to do that?
Because it can be hotter.
What would be one rule that you would make?
No bullying.
Don't be racist.
Both very good ones.
Don't steal.
Don't steal.
Only one day at school.